Well, we have a new throttle guy. We have all new equipment and stuff. We've been working hard at it. It really just, you're there, right? You know, a few more tweaks here, a few more tweaks there. And when you have a new throttle guy, I mean, there's two guys in the boat that you trust with each other's lives. So it was big, really big. So he can feel how I like to sort of stormtroop the turns, dive in like really sharp. Like we're almost licking the markers. I mean, I love doing it. I line up and just woof, woof. But that's where we make up speed. The boat itself, the engine maker, HRE, these motors are bulletproof, and he is part of the team and love his product. And Jay's getting used to his product. I mean, it's just robust, right? You know, today we might have had a little too much weight in here. Maybe our wheel was a little too small, because usually this, like yesterday, it kicked up about the same time, and we're thinking it might, and it's usually super damn rough here. Like we love it rough. I don't, flat water is good, but it's just like a speed test, you know, whipping into the corners. But when it's rough and you're in the air, you're dancing, you're diving, I mean, and turning on the bias on it, you know, when the waves coming in, it's my rush. I love that. And seeing, you know, a picture later of the boat, you know, 15 feet in the air, it's like, this is cool. It was really sticky. All the boats said that. Like these props, I should have been going over 130, 132, and it hit 125 a couple times. And that's like, it was terrible. Like, it just felt I wanted to go faster. But even when we were testing, it was just slower. So the humidity, the heat, that type of stuff, it just wasn't really fast enough. Sorry to say. Yeah.
Why SuperCat?
You've heard these things start up and how your chest just rumbles? That's why. And we are pretty much the premier class. Class 1's cool and stuff, but SuperCat is really where it's at, always has been. You know, when they pass you in Key West and you're standing in the mole and your chest just starts vibrating, you're going, this is cool shit. We got to do this. This is cool. Yeah. So even when, you know, these boats start up and everyone flocks around to hear them, see it, right? You know, so it's cool. That's why. I just love being in Cocoa Beach. This is where I started, and you know, doing this is a dream, and being with my team, which is a massive, amazing time, and how they love it, and camaraderie between all the other teams and stuff, it's pretty special. It's special. So, and being the only Canadian SuperCat, really special. And we have a race in Toronto next year, July 11th. Yeah, this year we had to cancel because, you know, unfortunately it was uneasy at that time, and the teams didn't want to make it north just because of, you know, just sort of political things.